So my name is Davion Robinson. I'm the president of the Black Student Union, and I'm a senior here at Case.
My name is Valerie. I'm vice president of Black Student Union. I'm also a senior.
I'm Samaya Gray. I'm a junior, and I'm a lead.
I'm Corey Carter. I'm 16, and I'm a visitor.
I'm James Ficapo. I'm a senior, and I'm a lead.
All right. And so we're going to start off. I'm just going to say follow our socials. Racine Case BSU on Instagram. Make sure you guys follow. Lock us in. Make sure the city know about us. All right. So we're going to begin our little podcast here with a question from our friend.
How do y'all feel about gun violence?
So how do we feel about gun violence here? Who wants to start with this?
I think I'll start. I actually got asked this during lunch today. Some girl had a little, I think, not a podcast or whatever, but
little YouTube channel?
Something like that. So she did something like that, things of that nature. So she asked me that question. She told me, she asked the same question, and then I was like, I feel like it's messing the city up, but I wanted to add more onto that because I feel like, well, like how I said, it's messing the city up, but I feel like it's just a lot going on. Kids getting caught with guns, people dying from guns, just all bad things that shouldn't be happening. So,
I also agree with James. Guns is messing up the city. So like I feel like it should be a law to where younger people should not be able to get a gun, but yet there isn't.
Yep, gun violence is bad. That's all I can say. Don't play with guns. So yeah.
I think that guns should not be as accessible as they are. Like kind of like how you have to, like when you drive, you have to go through a whole process. You should have to do that when you get a gun, right? Yeah.
I agree with Valerie. I agree with everybody at the table said. They're too easy accessible, and they're too common in around our city, especially in our city. The gun violence is kind of terrible right now. I feel like something about guns happen every single week. It's kind of sad seeing young men, young women die or get hurt just from guns because people don't know how to put the guns down. And also we do have the put the gun down movement in Racine. I don't know his real name, but Lil Icy, I think he's running.
Former Case student started it.
Former Case student.
You talking about Southside Sunday? Yeah.
Put the guns down movement. Yep. And so that's a big thing. I'm not a part of it, but I do want to be a part of it. That is something serious. I do want to be a part of. And so yeah, has any gun violence affected any of you, like personally?
No.
Nah.
As a community, it's affected us all.
Yeah, I agree with that a little bit. Next question.
Okay. How do y'all feel about domestic violence in like homes and how that affects like students and their ability to grow?
So I'll start off with that one, I guess. When it comes to homes and domestic violence, a lot of students, you wouldn't even know that could be happening at home. And it's really sad that a lot of students probably go through that we just don't know. A lot of students are scared to talk. A lot of students don't want to talk because of what could happen to them, what could happen to their family, what could happen to their little brothers, little sisters, anybody close to them, what could happen if they did tell. And so it's really heartbreaking what happens at homes. This is why you have to treat everybody with respect and with care and with just be nice to everybody, because you never know what somebody has going on in their head, what's going on at home with them. Want to show care to everybody. So
I agree with what he said. Like, it's probably like the people you don't even expect, like, or people that always just want to be around you because they want to take their mind away for things that actually go on at home, and then sometimes you don't know if you're pushing them away or not. So I feel like it's always good to treat the ones close to you or people you don't even know with the same respect, like how you would do it with someone you wanted to do it. Like treat someone how you wanted to be treated is basically what I'm trying to say. So.
Yeah, I agree with James. I feel like you should always give somebody a chance at first before you push them away, because you never know what's going on at home.
Like Davion was saying, you got to treat people with kindness, and like stuff that go on at home that really affects your mental. So, and then that goes on into your personal life and your schooling. And it's just, you always have to make sure the people that you're around, you treat them with kindness.
Yeah, I agree with Samaya said. Just don't judge anybody because you never know what they got going on. You know, that stuff can affect your mental health and just how you behave and how you treat other people. So always treat people with respect.
All right. Yeah, domestic violence is bad.
Next question.
Next question.
Okay. Can y'all elaborate on the racial inequalities in our Racine community?
For sure. When you look at Racine, is one of the worst cities in the country for Black people to live in, and it's not fully racial. It is kind of just how the city is in general, but that's also a problem in itself. When we talk about racial inequalities in the city in general, we have at like Case, and I feel like Howard High School is kind of like a bridge between white people and Black people. They aren't as connected and as intertwined as they should be. We should be able to have the same ability to do what other people are doing. Yeah, I feel like sometimes a lot of people, Black people, do feel left out from doing things that the white people are doing. Like the student section, for example. When you go to the student section, I guarantee you hardly see Black students around. We do try to get more into the student section now because we do want to be more involved, but it's kind of a process. We have to try to incorporate all of us, not just Blacks, everybody, into our school events and things we do around.
Yeah, I agree with what you're saying. Like, I feel like it's hard for like people getting involved when like it's hard trying to get involved or hard trying to get included when you're not used to it. So I feel like we need more like open arms and like people to be more accepting when we got things going on, even if it's white or Black, like no matter what it is.
I agree with Davion because I went to the Indiana Trail and Case game this past Friday, and I was like the only Black student in the student selection. It was like I didn't know who to really hang out with. I didn't really know none of the people there, so I was really like discluded and just by myself at the game.
Looking more into like racial inequalities and like in the city, you can see it like with the statistics of people in jail. There are more Black people in jail. Like poverty rate in the Black communities, you know, stuff like that. With I would say like court orders and stuff like that. Like, you know, people are going to jail. You're most likely to not get a fair trial if you are a person of color and things like that.
Just to go back to what Corey said, like I've definitely experienced some form of discrimination while sitting in the Case student section. I can say that, and especially with like just the racial injustice. Like a few years ago, you know that guy that got shot while he was riding his bike. Mm-hmm. Yeah, just stuff like that. Like that's ridiculous.
Next question. That's it.
That's it.
Okay.
All right. It's we're gonna shout out a couple of our staff members here. First, we're gonna shout out Miss Timber Day. She's kind of in the back right there. I don't know if the camera sees her, but she's kind of like our head coordinator. She coordinates all the meetings. She's always here. It's always somebody that you just lean on, ask for questions. A very supportive figure in the Black Student Union and just me personally. We also have Shawnee Nunn. He's a hall Mr. Nunn. He's a hall monitor here at Case. He supports Case BSU 100%. He has some other staff members as Officer Ortel. See him around, you can ask him about the Black Student Union. He'll tell you when we meet. He can tell you some of the things we talked about last year when it comes to police safety and how to act or how to move correctly when you're around police, so you don't end up like unfortunate events that have happened in the past. We have Coach Wap. He's a great supporter of the Black Student Union. We have Miss Cinnamon. She's a great supporter of the Black Student Union. And we have Miss Kimberly, Mr. Mosley, yep. And we have Miss Webb. She's one of the principals who look over the Black Student Union. And so those are some of the core staff members. And Miss Walker, who's out on leave currently, but she is also a great supporter of the Black Student Union.
Why do you guys feel like BSU is an important part of the school?
Oh, okay.
Can you answer this, Mr. President?
Sorry, can you repeat that one more time?
Yeah. Why do you feel like BSU is an important part of the school?
All right. I believe it is an important part of the school because of what's happening in the school. We have a lot of students roaming the halls, not going to class, being disruptive in class. And they aren't all Black students, but I feel like a lot of Black students do contribute to that cause. I want to break that. I want to see students grow and excel in their classes. I want them to be more involved in school. I want them to take school seriously. I feel like a lot of Black students aren't taking school seriously currently, and so I want them to take it more serious because school is very important. And so yeah, and also it's just something to do. It's something to be a part of. It's something that we can all join because we're all Black. And so yeah, and also other people of color.
Do you think it is important for BSU to like open up in other public schools in Racine?
Yeah, of course. Every school should have a BSU. I feel like, especially in Racine, because of how split it seems to be currently, I feel like every school should have BSU. I believe a lot of schools are opening BSUs now. Park High School did create a BSU. I know one of the advisors are Galen Horton. Galen, he's a good friend of mine. And so I know he has a BSU running over there. I believe Horlick's trying to get one started. I'm not sure about the side schools like St. Cat's and Lutheran and all that, but I know that our main RUSD schools are trying to get it into play. All right, thank you guys
for tuning into BSU Podcast.